Hey everybody, Walking Man Walks back again. Life in the Philippines, working out. How's it going, everybody? Walking Man Walks back again here in the Philippines. Survived the typhoon last week. Haven't done a live in a while just because I've been busy. The typhoon, I had to go to Manila. Now I'm back working out. Doing a general kettlebell workout today. Hello from Holland. I love Holland. I love people from Holland, actually. I've met people from Holland all over the world. Good people, nice people. I had a friend, I can't remember his name, when I was a pro kayaker in Africa. I met him kayaking down there. Who's that?
The water.
The plumber?
No, the mineral.
Oh, okay.
Take it.
You never know who's gonna come by the house here in the Philippines. Our water guy. You know, everybody here drinks water. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I got lots of interesting things and wisdom. I gotta get to another set here. So like I always say, especially after 50, I had a revelation. You gotta work out. You gotta do resistance training. I always laugh at all those Tai Chi ads that are on. Tai Chi is not gonna give you what you need after 50. You have to do resistance training to keep your muscle mass. Did you know that muscle actually gives you insulin resistance, which keeps you from getting diabetes? It's not eating sugar, and I mean, that's part of it, but the biggest road to diabetes is losing your muscle mass. And of course, you know, every year after 30, you lose a certain percentage of your muscle mass. Until 30, you grow muscle mass. Unless you work at it. What's up, Delvin? How are you? Where are you from? First thing that goes to, I realized this, for a couple years I just walked to stay in shape, and you start to feel your legs. They always say, when I was younger, I heard this a lot from like my grandfather and stuff, your legs are the first things to go. And it's true. As you get older, you lose your legs first, but if you keep working out, keep that leg muscle mass, you're not gonna lose those legs. Now, I was going to a gym till I moved up here, so I'm gonna buy some more equipment. So right now, I'm working with one dumbbell and my body weight, but that's definitely enough. So I just did my first leg workout, first leg exercise. I do a three-day week split, full body each day. Go ahead and subscribe, Delvin. Okay, so now I'm going to do dumbbell swings. I just started these. Never did them before. They're kind of fun. So if you guys are new to my channel, I live here in the Philippines. This is my backyard. We had a typhoon last week. I had waves breaking right here. It was a super typhoon. But actually, it was one of the biggest typhoons ever to hit the Philippines. And the waves didn't make it into my house, so I feel good about that. Of course, this is a rental. You can't own land in the Philippines if you're not from here. All right, I like your message, the sunshine. Hello, how are you? The sunshine says, hello, going to stream to remind people that you're loved, you're kind, you're smart, and you mean the world to someone. Love, peace, and happiness. Yeah. It's a good message, the sunshine. Okay, set number 2. Breathing's important when you work out. Out, in. It's not even really 3 sets of 10 or whatever. 3 sets till failure to get a good workout. Alright, thanks for the likes, guys. Go ahead and subscribe. Love you guys. So like I was saying, I don't do 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 12. I do 3 to 4 sets, most exercises, until failure. Basically till you can only do 1 or 2 more. And those last 2 are the really 2 that count. Those are the ones that build muscle for you. And like I say, and I always repeat that once you get over 50, halfway through your life, your muscle mass is just you're gonna keep losing muscle mass unless you keep working at it to keep your muscle mass. And that's the only way you're gonna be walking upright at 80 and not a bent over old man with a cane. Of course, you can't fight time, but you could delay it. Father Time is coming for all of us. Time is the one resource we don't have more of, so use it wisely. Don't be a hater. Don't hate people. Don't waste your life hating people. If you hate somebody, just forget about them. The time you spend hating and plotting revenge, I try to tell this to my young fiance, the time you spend hating and plotting revenge, that person's not even thinking about you. It just hurts you hating somebody. Okay guys, go ahead and ask me any questions. It doesn't have to be about working out. It could be about life in general. I got 50 plus years of experience, traveled all over the world. I'm American who lives in the Philippines now. Alright. Now I'm going to move on to chair dips. One of my favorite exercises. I love working the triceps. That exercise is for basically the shoulders, the front of the arms, the core too. Chair dips, I love. I love working out here in the mornings with the heat. Let me just move this over so I'm not in the sunny spot here. Let's do that. Usually try and rest about a minute or so in between sets, but when I'm going from one muscle to the next, I don't feel like you need as much rest. And another good rule of thumb is if something like usually a full body exercise makes you, lose your breath, you wait until you catch your breath back again, until your breath is back before you do the next set. But like this next exercise, chair dips, I prefer full dips, but I don't have a machine. I'm gonna get one soon, build one or something. Because the gym here, I just moved, if you guys just came on, to the Ilocos Sur in the Philippines. I was living in La Union, where I had a gym just down the street, had all the equipment, modern equipment. This new gym here, the equipment's just so old, it's a further drive, so I'm just gonna set up, I moved into this big place, so I'm just gonna set up this is our sola, they call it in the Philippines, basically the communal area with the dirty kitchen, which in the Philippines, a dirty kitchen, yeah, I'll show you, a dirty kitchen, it's really messy right now because our water's broke, and the plumber's coming actually this morning. But this is the solar. This is my kayak I brought this year. The spare bathroom, my office, and the dirty kitchen is an outdoor kitchen, which is nice here in the Philippines. And then we also have a front area for hanging out. And then in there is the apartment where we live, basically, which is like a 1-bedroom apartment. And for you guys who are just joining, this is the backyard. Pretty amazing. Go out for a swim whenever I want, go kayaking. See those waves breaking out there, I go surf those waves. On windier days, they break right here. But yeah, so, and in the Philippines, in the US where I live, I'm middle class, I make a moderate salary, so I can never afford a place on the water like this. But in the Philippines, this place, the rent, it's not including everything else, the electric and all that stuff, but the rent is about $200 a month US, so. Alright, so chair dips, if you don't have a conventional dip, it's a great way to work the triceps, the back of your arm. Slow down at the end, it really gets the muscle burning, so that works your tricep here. If you want big arms, everybody thinks you need to work your bicep, but this is the 3/4 of your arm muscle is your tricep muscle. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching. A lot more good stuff on my channel, living in the Philippines, traveling in general, dating in the Philippines. I've been with the same girl for almost 3 years now. So not as much on dating in the Philippines, but I have some hilarious videos prior to that dating in the Philippines. But if you have any questions about dating in the Philippines, just let me know or ask. I know a lot of guys in the West are interested in Filipino girls. They sure are interested in Americans and Western guys. And it's not like everybody says they just want guys for their money. They just like light skinned, tall, and tall is relative. I'm 5'9", but here I'm above average height. It's late in the West now. What time is it? About 8 p.m. in New York, 9 p.m., something like that. Not so late in the West, Colorado, and LA. Okay, next set. Who's out there watching? Go ahead and comment. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know if this is something you're interested in seeing, an exercise, or I'm going to post some videos of me kayaking out on the surf there soon. I already have some on my channel if you see of kayaking, if you're interested in that. You know, in the West there's definitely a problem with young men these days, you know, with their online lives. So a good way that I find to detach from the internet, get away from your phone, is to get out on the water in my kayak. You know, you can't have your phone out there. It's just you and your kayak. Maybe a GoPro. And like, I've been a whitewater kayaker for many years, since the 90s, and there's no feeling of euphoria, like being above a big rapid, and it's just being you have to focus on that task when you're gonna run a big whitewater rapid. You can't think about the problems in your life, you can't think about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. You have to focus to make it through that rapid. You know, and if you're a beginner, this could be a class 3, 2 rapid. If you're, you know, upper level, class 5, maybe, you know, a 50-foot waterfall or something like that. And you have to be fully focused on that, because there's just no other option. And it gives you the ability to focus your mind on one singular task. And, you know, I think a lot of people don't have that in their life, like professional athletes do and stuff. But a lot of people who just have their online lives and, you know, they live through social media and stuff. They need to find something like I found, like whitewater kayaking, to get out there, you know, something profound, something that you could singularly focus on and not worry about the other problems in your life, if that makes sense. Okay, next set. What is it, set number 3? Anybody counting? Yeah. Yep, I remember you, Rivals, dude. Yeah, I haven't been on for a while because we had a typhoon last week. I'm gonna start doing more lives at least once a week, but I had to survive the typhoon, then I had to drive to Manila this week. And are you the guy who wanted to be a moderator? I've been thinking about that. Okay, so that's my my dips. Now I'm gonna move to shoulders. And for shoulders, I'm gonna do I don't even know what they're called, but the kettlebell. But basically, presses, we call them. I gotta get some water. Life in the Philippines is loud, but I got a pretty quiet spot here. You can hear the traffic going by. It's Monday morning here in the Philippines. Monday morning, everybody's going. They're going to work. They're going to their various jobs. You know, everybody here works. Pretty much. A lot of it's hard labor for not good pay. You know, inequality is really bad in the Philippines. Worse than in the US. Anyway, go ahead and comment. Rivals, dude. Of course I remember you. I don't have that many people who watch. Okay. So, over the head presses for shoulders. Right now, since I moved, I'm just working with this one dumbbell. This is actually my girlfriend's dumbbell. She worked at home. I went to a gym. She uses this for doing squats. It's like 16 kilos. Everything's in the metric system here in the Philippines, so kilos instead of pounds, kilometers instead of miles, you know, that kind of thing. I must admit, I do like dumbbells better than, it's just kind of awkward with the kettlebell. But like I said, I'm gonna get a better setup for here as soon as I have a chance to buy some stuff. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Doesn't have to be about, sorry, I'm just getting over being sick too. That's another reason I haven't been around for a while. Not really sick, I just had a kind of a cough and scratching throat. Not like a flu or anything, no fever, just I do have the plumber coming this morning. My water tank's being moved because the pressure's not good, so I'll have to go as soon as they get here. Till then, we'll just hang out. Nobody's on now. 3 people are on. Kettlebell's a little awkward sitting on the back of your arm like that. I prefer dumbbells. One person only watching now? Guess watching workouts not that exciting, huh? Hey, one person watching, subscribe. Some people here make fun of my workout outfits. I don't really think about it, I just put on, you know, today I have basketball shorts from Walmart and a basketball jersey I bought here in the Philippines for a couple bucks. Oh, 7 people watching. Fashion's not really my thing, especially when I'm working out. I just throw on whatever I have that's clean. Get to it. Working out's the important part. Doesn't matter what you look like. Of course, everybody works out for aesthetics. What a lot of people do. My main goal for working out is keeping fit, being able to go out and go whitewater kayaking and be strong and good at it like I was in my 20s and 30s. And I'm able to do that if I keep working out. You know, I guess you call it cross training. Because my favorite thing is to go whitewater kayaking and, you know, run like hard rapids and stuff, but you can't do that confidently if you feel weak. So you gotta train, especially in my 20s, even 30s, I could get away without training, but I definitely noticed towards my mid to late 30s. And, you know, I started training again a lot, and then I kind of waned off in my 40s and my 50s. I'm starting to train a lot more again, and I really enjoy it. The biggest thing is finding the time. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lift the weight, lower it slowly. The down rep is actually probably more important than the up rep when you're working out. Coming down, slow, not all jerky and fast. So I have some exciting news. Actually, I created an app. I learned how to code last year on free code camp. So I was kind of bored here in the Philippines. I wasn't working at the time. So I created an app. I still got a lot of work to do on it. But basically a workout schedule app, because I'm always looking for one of those, and every time I sign up for one, there's some catch. You gotta pay a monthly thing, and you know, I'm not gonna pay $19.99 a month to have something that I could write on paper. But I do always have my phone, and I don't always have a notebook. So I created this app, and I'm gonna launch it on here, you know, on my Walking Man Walk site for free. It'll be on my Buy Me a Coffee, and you won't have to buy me a coffee, but if you do want to buy me a coffee, that helps fund the channel and everything. But you'll be able to get it there for free. Once I get it going, you know, it's my first app, so I'm working out the kinks. But basically, you know, you can keep track of your workouts, keep track of the weight and all that stuff easily on an app for free. And, you know, it'll be pretty simple, but if anybody's interested in that, that'll be available, you know, I'd say in a couple weeks or a month maybe. You know, this is just a side project for me. My channel, besides my regular job and my fiance and my baby, I do this on the side, so stuff moves slow sometimes. But if you're interested in that, it will be available, and it'll be in the description eventually. So if you want to see it, subscribe, keep watching my stuff, and you'll be able to access that free app. I have to look into hosting it. If anybody knows more about that, hosting an app, like I already made the app, but I'm not sure where to host it and stuff. I have some ideas, but okay. So my next exercise is going to be, like I said, I just have this one kettlebell right now. I'm doing what I can with it. I'm going to do biceps, so I'm just going to curl with the kettlebell. Probably get, it's 16 kilos, 6 or 7 reps on each arm probably. And let's just go ahead and get started here. When you curl, you want to keep your elbow against your body. And you don't want to swing. You gotta try to swing as little as possible. I feel like you don't have the same range of motion with a kettlebell as you do with a dumbbell, but and my favorite curls are with straight bars. See, I'm not even counting the reps. I'm just gonna go until I can't do anymore. And that might be about it right there, but lower it nice and slow. It's a heavy weight it's good if you curl with a heavy weight, your arm's gonna grow faster, but there's different theories. Some people think your arm will actually grow faster if you do a lot of reps with a light weight. But the traditional thinking is low reps, heavy weight is the quickest road to growth. Really got to focus on keeping your arm from swinging. And just isolate the bicep. Go ahead and comment, guys. You have anything to say, good, bad, or otherwise? I got thick skin. I could take it. Seven likes, alright. How many subscribers I have so far today? Let's get some subscribers. This is my last exercise for today. And then I gotta go, guys. Go ahead and subscribe though. Remember, I got that app coming out. If you want to help out the channel, there's my buy me a coffee link. You can, I think it's $5. I have it set up as buy me a coffee. You get a membership there, or you get a membership. Hey, from Atlantic City, Mr. Stars. Atlantic City. I grew up on Long Island, New York, so I've never really been much of a gambler, but we used to go down there before I was even old enough to gamble. I'm trying to get into the bars and stuff. Back when I actually did that kind of stuff. But I did have a friend he was really into gambling. Actually, I think he probably still does. I'm not going to name him here, but he sold weed all through high school. He made a lot of money. I remember one time, I wasn't with him, but he went down to Atlantic City and won like 12 grand, and they comped him a room and everything. We were like 20 at the time, maybe. And like, he was like our hero at the time. But when you're a kid like that, it seems really cool. You see, every rep gets harder to keep your arm from swinging. Like I said, this is going to be my last exercise, plus my battery's about to die. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. I do other things. Lately I've just been doing workouts on here, but I do videos about living in the Philippines, advice on travel in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. I could give all kinds of advice. If you want some one-on-one advice, definitely sign up on Buy Me a Coffee. I'm coming to Southeast Asia. I've been all over Southeast Asia. The Philippines is a nice, safe, beautiful place to live. If anybody's looking to get out of the West, it has its issues, just like the West. One of my big issues with here is garbage. People aren't really educated on garbage. You see them walking down the street, eat a bag of chips and just throw their bag on the ground. It's frustrating, but you know, I think it's slowly going to get better here as they want more tourism. The beaches here are amazing. If you guys have just joined, Mr. Stars, this is my backyard where I live in the Philippines. This is what I'm looking at while I'm working out now. I got a pretty big place here. It's a typical Filipino place. We're doing some work to it. Only do so much work because it's a rental, but I'm making it Western livable. And I got plenty of room for my own gym here. What I just showed you is like a hangout area. I got a hammock here. And there's another front area, hangout area, where I have my car parked, the hammock and all that. And then we have our apartment there, and then there's my office here, and a big storage room right here for all my stuff. Plenty of room, 10,000 pesos a month, which is under $200. I can't remember if it's the third set, so it might be the fourth, but. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep the arms steady. Those glorious biceps that the girls love. But to me, I love working the back of the arm. The triceps are my favorite. One of my favorites. Triceps, chest. I'm gonna take my creatine this morning. It's another important thing. I only take one supplement, creatine, and that not only helps with muscle growth. You know, it's natural. It comes from beef. Especially, I don't eat a lot of beef here. It's not good in the Philippines. Expensive. I eat a lot of fish and chicken. Anyway, creatine also helps with your brain as you're aging. Helps you focus. You know, I don't take any whey protein or anything like that. I just get protein from food. But I do take 5 milligrams of creatine most days. Every day I work out for sure. I've lived in the Philippines since I first came here in 2019. Then COVID happened. I came back in 22. But I only spend about half the year here and half the year in the States. But I just had a kid here, so I'm moving here full time. I gotta go back to work. You know, I'm on paid parental leave now. I gotta go back to work for half a year, and then I'm gonna retire early and kind of retire early. I'm not gonna get Social Security or anything. I'm not old enough for that, but I'm gonna work here online teaching. You know, I used to be a teacher. I have an advanced degree in geology, and you know, other side hustles. I do some investing if you guys are interested in that, crypto and stock market. You know, so it's scary to leave your job with your good salary and everything, and you know, not great salary, but decent salary. It's not great in the US, but it's steady. You know, I work, you know, for the federal government as a ranger. That's why I get to come here. I get furloughed every winter. I'm like what they call a career seasonal ranger. It's a great gig. I've been doing it for, you know, 15 years now. But now that I have a baby, 2 months old here, I just can't. I don't want to be gone from here for 8 months a year. And since living here is a lot cheaper and easier than the U.S., you know, I'm gonna go for it full time, and hopefully I'll grow my channel. Maybe I'll make some money off this. I don't know. If you guys want to help me out though, go to the Buy Me a Coffee, get a membership. I don't have any members, I don't think, to my channel. I think my channel's a year old now, a year and a half old, but I just do it really part-time. First I made a bunch of videos about living in the Philippines, but I mean there's only so much I could talk about living in the Philippines. But if you have any questions, you could subscribe, watch my old videos, or feel free to ask me any questions on the comments on here. Or if you want to talk one-on-one, you could go to the Buy Me a Coffee and you get a membership there. It's better than a membership here. I have like 3 members there that ask me questions about travel, plane tickets, places to stay, stuff like that here in the Philippines. I've been up and down the whole country, so I got it pretty dialed in. Anyway, guys, go ahead and subscribe. That's it for me today. I got the plumber coming here. We're having some water issues, so the plumber's coming to fix stuff, and I will be back in a few days with another workout and ready to answer any questions you guys have. Go ahead and subscribe. Sign up, membership, buy me a coffee, all that stuff. Thanks, guys. See you next time.